Hi, this is Ahad. Today I might talk a little bit about RC, right? I have a couple of RCs. I'm a big Traxxas fan. I started my RC passion with a Traxxas Rustler, and it just started life as an ordinary Rustler, and then I modified a heck out of it. And then I was such a huge fan of Traxxas, I ended up spending $1,000 and getting an X-Max 8S. It's an amazing truck. So I want to get into a market, I want to get an E-revo because I've seen it videos, it's amazing, the way the suspension, the whole truck is designed and everything. But I just went to my local hobby store. If you guys are in Columbus, Ohio, I would highly recommend to visit this place. It's called Hurricane Hobby. It's in Polaris, Center. One good thing is this hobby store is owned and operated by the owner, and his name is Ron. And he's a really nice guy, and he's really knowledgeable. So if you talk to him, he can help you a lot in terms of making a decision for getting a perfect, an exact truck or a car, whatever you're looking for. Anyways, I don't want to keep talking a lot, but the reason I'm making this video is because I'm in the market to buy an E-revo, but I ended up buying, something amazing, which is right behind me, and that is the Arrma Fazon. It's 6S brushless edition, and I know that I'm not gonna unbox this. I might just skip the unboxing part, but the reason I am making this video is because this truck is when I was trying to get this truck, I started Googling about it, and there's very less information which is on this because it is not very popular as a Traxxas truck is. So I just want to make sure that whoever is trying to buy the Arrma Fazon or a Nero or a big rock Nero, I just want to make sure that you guys are well informed about the pros and cons and everything. As far as I've seen this truck in action, all the videos I've seen, I don't see any sort of disadvantages of this, whereas probably moving further, as I'm gonna bash it and a little bit of abusing, let's see how it's gonna hold up. So quickly, let me just go through stuff which I did and how much I paid for it. So the truck itself is $640. Again, I got from Hurricane Hobby. I'm not advertising for them. I just really like that guy, I really like talking to him, so that's why I'm just trying to take their name. Anyway, so I got from them. I didn't get any sort of discount or anything, which is sort of a bummer, but I mean, the price is almost same everywhere, eBay, Amazon, everywhere. So I paid $640 for the truck, and each I got a Venom 500 milliamps 50C batteries, which are really good. These are hard cased. I haven't opened them yet, so I'm just gonna skip the unboxing part, but I'm just telling you what all I have. I got a charger because I've always been running with Traxxas batteries, and for the X-Max I have a 4S Traxxas system, which came with a live Traxxas charger. Anyway, so I'm gonna quickly unbox this, and we're gonna talk further a little bit more regarding the internal components, how it's designed, and everything. Stay tuned. All right, one of the best details I like about this truck is the body retentioners, which is attached to the body, which is really cool. So let me just quickly take this off. This one, you know what I'm talking about. This thing, you don't have to worry about losing them because they're always fixed to the body with a rubber band, which is really nice. And in the front, there you go. Oh, by the way, the back side is a really nice detail. It's kind of clear, so you can actually see the suspensions. So why did I say that this is pretty common? This is very close to Traxxas E-revo because you know, it has got the cantilever style of suspensions. You know, they're longitudinally positioned. Of course, like, you know, they're soft, you know, and most of the component, this is plastic, but the main chassis, you know, where all these components are, you know, getting bolted on, or is aluminum. Like for instance, just a quick thing, anything you see on this has got a color of red, that is aluminum. Basically, like, you know, the front drive shafts, the rear drive shafts, like this, you know, the chassis, the main chassis, which is sitting in the center, it's aluminum. And you know, even the prop shafts, front and rear, both are aluminum. So yeah, there you go. Looks pretty sweet and heavy. All right. So, and in terms of the suspension, because that is one of my concerns, because like, you know, I can see, like, I've seen so many videos of E-revo doing a jump, and I really love those, like, you know, the shocks absorbing all the jumps, and like, you know, those massive jumps. And I was kind of concerned about the same thing on this car, like, because I feel the suspensions are kind of bigger in this, and I think they're too stiff. But we can quickly find it out, like, you know, I mean, I can definitely you know, update on this. And this car, like, especially this is like completely based on a Nero platform, and I've never owned a Nero, and basically this is my first Arrma RC. So this is more focused towards, like, you know, the road basher. You know, you need to have like a flat surface. But one coolest thing which I'm really excited to test is the brain, like, you know, the what is it called, Diff Brain. So basically what it does is, for now I'm going to show you the paper. What it does is, it has got, you know, the modes where you can lock the diffs individually. Like for instance, you can, for the blast mode, you can unlock all 3 of the diffs, and for the drift mode you can just lock the center and the rear one. For the climbing you can lock all 3, and for the wheelie you can just lock the center one, which gives amazing power distribution. So this is one of the features which I'm really excited about. And if you guys are wondering how do you change it, this is the Traxxas TTX300 controller, and they have given a knob here, which is pretty neat. And then you just, you know, just twist it and you can hear a click, and then basically the click is the one which selects the diff position. And it's pretty neatly mentioned here, like, you know, where you keep it, and it has got like an arrow mark to show which mode you're actually running into, which is pretty cool. So these are the batteries which I'm planning to run with. Venom 5000 milliamps, 50C discharge, and this is hard case, and they're pretty expensive, but you know what, they do recommend in the box, like, you know, there's like a paper which is stuck in the battery compartment, which I've removed it. It says, please, like, you know, the minimum run with the premium batteries, and I just went with this because these are premium, I know that, and these are like the highest discharge. Like 50C is burst, oh yeah, 50C is continuous discharge, and you know, the max burst you know, discharge is 100C, which is really amazing. So I'm gonna charge this batteries up, and again, like, this is the charger which I bought, and this is a high-tech multi-charger, and it has got 2 ports to charge 2 different batteries. I mean, 2 batteries at the same time. And the toolbox, I haven't opened it yet, but I know, like, you know, you can see, like, you know, they have actually given like a bashing plate which goes underneath the belly out here, this one, you know, because they have given some air pockets for the motor cooling, I guess. So if you're like going out, like, you know, on the mud, or if you're planning to do some jumps, you definitely have to replace this. So that's one. And the other one, which I really don't like about this out of the box, is the wheelie bar. Look how low the wheelie bar is. Like, you know, the suspension travel is just killing it. I do know, like, you know, I understand, like, you know, they have provided a wheelie bar where you can actually change the position of the wheelie bar, but to begin with, this is way too low. Like, you know, like, it's just restricting the ground clearance. So I hope it's a beast. And probably, if I'm, like, you know, I might be just bashing it around with you know, like probably I'll be like bashing it on the dirt a lot, and I might I'm planning to do some jumps. I might, you know, remove the wheelie bar. Moving on, yes, definitely this is I mean, of course, the ground clearance of a Fazon is comparatively less is very less compared to the Nero, and you know, you can definitely convert your truck from Fazon to Nero, but you gotta get rid of this two body mounts here, and then, you know, there's no roll cage here, which you need to buy it separate. I believe you can definitely do that, and in order for you to increase, you know, the ground clearance, usually I think E-revo gives a cantilever, you know, link, which is the plastic thing here. For the longer travel, they do give, like, you know, I think a spare you know, component like this, a cantilever component pivoting point. Whereas in this one, I think this is gonna stay standard. And as you can see here, there are holes here where you can mount the suspensions at a different location, and it's definitely gonna increase the height, and it's gonna stiffen up the suspensions too. And these big bore shocks are threaded, so you can easily modify them on the go. So there you have it. So moving further, we're just gonna do some Glamour shots. All right, there you go. That's Arrma Fazon 6S, and it's really nice. You know, of course, the looks of it is like, I'm blown away by it. It's you know, it's 100 times better than the E-revo, because it's in the market from quite some time, a couple of years, so it's kind of old. So in its all glory, it's right here, and I'm like, you know, the charger which I bought doesn't come with a, you know, the pre-soldered wires, so I bought some XT90 connectors to solder it, and then I have to charge my batteries, and it's quite late now. I hope you know, to get a good runs tomorrow, and I will keep posting more about the Arrma Fazon 6S. So if any of you guys are interested in buying this car, you know, keep following my channel. You would get a lot of updates on this, and this is gonna be honest, no BS reviews. All right, see you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye bye.